can't stop. A family shop. Think Thayer. Come on, let's get rolling. Come on, let's get moving. Think Thayer.
Ford Field in Detroit, side of the MAC Football Media Day. BGSU head coach Mike Jinks joins us. And Coach, your first go-around through MAC Football Media Day. A lot of folks are interested in BGSU football. And I guess when you look at what's gone from last year, maybe we should focus on what is back this year. And it starts with quarterback. You've technically lost one, but kept one as a starter. Talk about James Kanapke and what you've seen out of him in your time here.
Yeah, well, Todd, thanks for having me, first off. James had an unbelievable spring. Really, both quarterbacks did. And I joked a lot that, wasn't going to name a starter, but it would definitely be a James. At this point, going into fall camp, Kanapke is going to get those first-team reps. And the thing that's unique about him is his leadership ability. And I didn't have to talk about it in our first conversation. He realizes that we've tried to create a culture of just competition on a daily basis, and he knows that he has that job and he has that responsibility when we go out there August 3rd, August 4th, or whatever it is, and it could be completely different come September 3rd when we go down to Columbus to play Ohio State, and that he's going to have to go earn the job on a day-to-day basis, and we're excited to see what he does.
Coach, speaking of the start of the season, just in an overall sense, what are some of the key themes of fall camp coming up here? What do you need to get done team-wise to be ready to open the season?
Well, again, we just got to continue to concentrate and focus on the operations of the system. We got to continue to build on where we left off this spring. We've got to develop some guys outside. The thing that I'm excited about, over the last couple of weeks and going through different interviews and things of that nature, the defense is kind of taking a beating a little bit. Watching those guys run around in the spring, we've got some talent on the defense side of the ball. We're going to simplify some things, and I look forward to watching what they're able to do in this upcoming season.
And speaking of defense, Austin Valdez was here today representing the defense for you. That linebacking core going to really anchor your defense,
right.
Isn't it?
Austin, the ex-quarterback, he's definitely that leader on the defensive side of the football. Trent Green, the linebacker. We got a great linebacking core. They play a lot of football. They're hitters, but it all starts up front, period. And then we've got an 8-man rotation that I feel really good about, and going to put a lot of pressure on those guys not to be good but to be great in order to get to where we want to go.
Speaking of up front, on the other side, in front of James Kanapke, you have most of your offensive line back.
Right.
How impressed have you been with their work?
They've, again, a lot like James. You can tell those guys have played a lot of football. Just really, they really jumped in and they ran with the offensive system. This past spring, and they're going to be key. You're losing those guys outside. We got to find some guys to come up and step up and make plays. But having those guys you get in the ball game and in a situation where you need to run it 45, 50 times, we definitely got the group to do it.
Coach, defensive secondary, fair to say, is where we're going to see maybe the most turnover.
Right.
As a group right now, how comfortable are you that those guys will be able to step up and get it done?
Well, they have to. We're really a lot of young kids that are going to have an opportunity to come in and compete and play right now. That's a position or positions of need for our football program right now, and we've got some guys that we feel can get the job done. But really, again, it's open competition, and we're looking forward to some of these younger kids coming in and earning their way.
Coach, final thoughts. This, of course, the site of the MAC championship game. This program very familiar with this site. Do you plan on using this as kind of a wrap around to, hey, we started here, we want to finish here?
I don't know that there's no need to do anything like that. These guys have been in the last 3 championship games here. And that's what's so unique about this opportunity. A lot of times when you come in, you take an initial job from being a coordinator or what have you, or assistant head coach. You come into a situation where you got to rebuild or you got to establish a culture and identity. That doesn't need to be done. They know how to get to this point, and I think really, if anything, they may have a little chip on their shoulder because they've heard the rumblings about what we lost or what we don't have, and they feel like, hey, we've got a core group coming back that's won a lot of football games and ready to prove some people wrong.
That's the goal, to be back here in December. Coach, here's to a great season.
Todd, thanks so much. Appreciate it.